Welcome to my workshop and to this new YouTube channel. I have two objectives. One, to give you an experience of creating something from start to finish. The second, to share a message. This pen is made from epoxy and wood from the beaches of Yakutat. The message was written by a young man, Mattie Stepanek, 11 years old, on September 11th. The Tlingit tribe in Yakutat, Alaska, believe that every creature has a soul and all life is of equal value. Plants, trees, birds, the eagle, fish, animals, and human beings are all equally to be respected. Just no one out here. On that northern bay, the rocks and the driftwood get bigger, heavier as the storms burst their way through. In Yakutat, on the far corner of the bay, as I walked the beaches, I looked particularly for small pieces of wood that I could take back with me that had character, had survived the weathering forces of the ocean. Once I got them home, I knew that I couldn't put them on the lathe and tear up the gouges that I have. And so cleaned them thoroughly to get all the sand, debris, salt off of the surface. And then I created my own mold and put in several different pieces of driftwood, whipped up some epoxy, colored it, and then poured it in preparation for cutting blanks for the pins that I would be making. All of these pins, I wanted to have a feel of the ocean, and so I used deep blues and green to kind of bring that feeling into the pin. Then put it in a pressure pot in order to drive out the bubbles. And voila, there's my product. Looks just like a pen, doesn't it? Well, sort of. At least I can see the pins in it. Okay, getting ready to do the next part of the project. Just want to make sure you recognize, always put on safety equipment, glasses, hearing protection, using proper technique in all of the situations you go through, and a dust extractor. Now we're going to go ahead and cut the wood off, the excess wood, and then we will begin cutting this block of epoxy and driftwood so that I can create blanks for making pens. For you, perhaps, or from someone that you enjoy and want them to have this experience. Maybe somebody who likes to fish in Yakutat and wants something to remember. I like these blanks. This is going to be nice. Once we cut up all the main block, we'll go ahead and then cut these into smaller blanks. Again, this is kind of a work that occurs over time, piece by piece. And you can see the elements of the driftwood, the coloration of the blues and greens like the ocean. Once you've cut the blanks to size, a drill is used to create a center hole where a piece of brass is inserted. You need to scuff up the internal brass piece and glue that in. Once the blanks are prepared with safety equipment on and the proper use of tools, the blank is roughed out using a gouge. Some of you watching the video right now would really like me to show all the details of turning a pen. Sorry, that's not my objective. I would recommend going to Craft Supplies USA website and looking at some of their different instructional videos. My objective is just to give you an experience. The creation of a pen from these materials, the driftwood, the epoxy, really is about making a tool that has the power to change the world by what we write, what we communicate with one another. And so if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you subscribe below. If you'd like a pen, you can go to my website, burlturnersworkshop.com. A sunset in Yakutat, a small part of our world. A small portion of Mattie Stepanek's poem, For Our World. Stop, be silent and notice. In so many ways, we are the same. Our differences are unique treasures. We are a mosaic of gifts to nurture, to offer, to accept. At another time he wrote, sunsets are my favorite color.